News updates. Law says if LP withdraws from petitions against Tinubu, Peter Obi can go on with it. Oladipo says, welcome to the news and thank you for tuning in to the news. But please do well to subscribe to this channel by clicking on the subscribe button and the bell for more updates. Now to the news details. Please listen carefully to the end. According to the news, Peter Obi, the Labour Party's candidate for president in Nigeria's 2019 elections, made a big impression by winning more than 6 million votes in his first presidential bid before joining the Labour Party. It belonged to the People's Democratic Party, PDP. According to rumors, if Peter Obi had remained in the PDP, the party might have won the election because Oladipo Abubakar, the PDP candidate, earned up to 7 million votes. Oladipo, a former PDP national secretary, has refuted this, asserting that Obi's support was primarily in the southeast. Oladipo asserted that Obi's fame was confined to the state's southeast while speaking to Tribune Nigeria. He continued by saying that any candidate running for office would have received support from the locals. Oladipo contended that Obi won the presidency by taking advantage of the plight of his people, but the northern electorate would not be persuaded by these allegations. The law states that Peter Obi can proceed with petitions against Tinubu if Labour Party withdraws from them, he stated. Why it is supposed that Peter Obi voters also supported Atiku is beyond me. In politics, 2 plus 2 may not always equal 4. Obi was only used symbolically. With the deepest feeling of duty, I say this: all the Southeast needed to rally around was a local hero because they felt overlooked. Due to the Southeast's relative isolation during the previous elections, Obi earned support there. Uche would have gained a substantial number of votes, as would any zone resident with a political platform. Now, the screenshot below, the full text of Adewale's interview says, why do people like to assume that those who voted for Peter Obi would have voted for Atiku Abubakar? 2 plus 2 is not always 4 in politics. Obi was just a symbol of something. I say this with every sense of responsibility. The Southeast felt marginalized, and the zone just needed somebody from the zone to rally around. That was exactly what Obi benefited from in the last elections. It could have been one Uche or any other person coming out of the zone on a political platform, and the person would have garnered quite a number of votes. Concerning what Oladipo said, what he's actually saying is that Peter Obi was just opportuned to be brought out to be the presidential candidate of the Labour Party. that based on the fact that the Southeast are looking as if they are being one-sided and bigotry is already coming in, they had no choice than to bring someone up. Because from normally, Peter Obi was in the People's Democratic Party, and we know the total votes in which Atiku had, Peter Obi, and even Kwankwaso. So the party divided themselves into three. No matter how we all do this, we know that we actually know who won this election. And despite the fact that the election was rigged or whatsoever, the electoral process still says that anyone who wins must be sworn in, and the petitions can continue. So even if Labour Party, the party decided that they want to stop the petitions against Tinubu, Peter Obi can still continue. It does not hold him. Even if the party says we are not interested and Peter Obi is still interested, Peter Obi can continue. Obi who won in 11 states and Abuja. Remember that Southeast has just 5 states. So, it is not only the Southeasterns that voted for Peter Obi. That is why Nigerians are not convinced about the elections. This election was the worstest presidential election to have been done in Nigeria. Nigeria has a lot of evil politicians that give ways to more people whose destinies are being trampled upon by devils that speak with both sides of their mouths. We have come to the end of the news. What's your take to this? Please share your comments in the comment section. But don't forget to subscribe to this channel by clicking on the subscribe button and also the bell for more updates. Thank you.